In a quiet little town, nestled amongst rolling green hills, lived a turtle named Sheldon. Sheldon wasn't your average turtle. He had a shell full of wanderlust and a heart full of curiosity. Every morning, he'd bid farewell to his cozy pond and set off on a new adventure. His little legs would carry him through meadows of wildflowers and past towering oak trees. He believed the world was a vast, beautiful book, and he wanted to read every single page. One sunny afternoon, his adventurous spirit led him to a place he'd never been before, a long black ribbon of road that stretched as far as his eyes could see. "Wow," Sheldon whispered to himself, his eyes wide with wonder. "I wonder what amazing things are on the other side." He looked left, he looked right, just as his mother had taught him. The road seemed clear. With a determined spirit, he took his first step onto the warm asphalt. He moved slowly, as turtles do, each step a tiny victory. He was about halfway across when a low rumble started to grow louder and louder. Before he could react, a bright red car zoomed past, its tire clipping the edge of his shell. A sharp pain shot through him, and the world spun. The car didn't even slow down. Sheldon was left dizzy and hurt, with a crack running along his beautiful shell. He tried to move, but the pain was too much. He felt scared and alone, stranded in the middle of this dangerous new world. He pulled his head and legs into his damaged home, hoping to just disappear. The sun beat down, and despair began to creep in. Was this how his great adventure would end? Just as he was about to give up hope, a shadow fell over him. He cautiously peeked out and saw a pair of bright, emerald green eyes staring at him. It was a cat, a sleek ginger cat with stripes like a little tiger. Sheldon flinched, expecting the worst. Cats and turtles weren't exactly known for being friends. But this cat, whose name was Jasper, didn't hiss or pounce. He tilted his head, a look of concern on his furry face. He circled Sheldon slowly, inspecting the crack in his shell with a gentle curiosity. Jasper then did something Sheldon never expected. He trotted off into the nearby woods and returned a few minutes later with a large, damp leaf in his mouth. He carefully placed the cool leaf over the crack in Sheldon's shell. It was soothing. Jasper then lay down a few feet away, standing guard. He wasn't leaving. For the rest of the day, Jasper watched over Sheldon, occasionally nudging a little puddle of rainwater towards him to drink. As evening approached, Jasper gently nudged Sheldon, encouraging him to move. With Jasper's silent support, Sheldon found the strength to slowly, painfully make his way off the road and into the safety of the tall grass. For the next few weeks, an unlikely routine formed. Every day, Jasper would find Sheldon and bring him healing herbs and cool leaves. He'd lick the wound clean with his rough tongue, a strange but comforting gesture. He would share his food, pushing tasty morsels of fish he'd caught towards the grateful turtle. Sheldon's shell began to mend, the crack slowly sealing itself. More importantly, a bond was forming between them. They couldn't speak the same language, but they understood each other perfectly through actions. They would spend their afternoons together, Sheldon munching on clover while Jasper napped in a patch of sun, his tail occasionally twitching and brushing against Sheldon's shell. Sheldon had found more than just a healer. He had found a friend. One warm, sunny day, with his shell almost completely healed, Sheldon decided to show his friend his favorite spot in the whole world, the riverbank. Jasper, who was usually cautious around water, followed his friend trustingly. They sat by the edge, watching the water sparkle and dance. Sheldon felt a wave of gratitude wash over him. His friend had saved his life. While Sheldon was lost in thought, Jasper, ever the playful cat, spotted a bright blue butterfly fluttering just over the water. Forgetting his caution, he leaped for it, his paws outstretched, but he misjudged the distance. Instead of catching the butterfly, Jasper tumbled head over paws right into the fast-flowing river. The current was strong, and Jasper, who was not a strong swimmer, began to panic. He thrashed and sputtered, his sleek fur now heavy and waterlogged, pulling him under. Sheldon watched in horror. His friend, the one who had been so strong and brave for him, was in trouble. Without a second thought, Sheldon slid into the water. For a turtle, the water was home. He was a powerful swimmer, his legs paddling with purpose. He swam towards the flailing cat as fast as he could. Jasper saw him coming, his green eyes wide with fear. "Hold on," Sheldon thought, pushing himself harder. He reached Jasper and nudged him from behind. "Climb on," he urged with a series of determined bumps. Jasper seemed to understand. He desperately clawed his way onto Sheldon's broad, sturdy shell. It was a perfect life-saving raft. With Jasper clinging tightly to his back, Sheldon used all his strength to paddle against the current, slowly but surely making his way back to the safety of the riverbank. They collapsed on the grass, both exhausted. Jasper coughed up some water and shook his drenched fur, sending a spray of droplets everywhere. He then turned to Sheldon and gave him a long, slow blink, the highest form of a cat's thank you. He began to groom Sheldon's head, a gesture of deep affection and gratitude. Sheldon had repaid his debt. He had saved the life of the friend who had saved his. From that day on, their bond was unbreakable. They were no longer just a cat and a turtle. They were Jasper and Sheldon, the best of friends. Their story became a little legend in the meadows and by the river. The other animals would watch in amazement as the ginger cat and the steady turtle explored the world together. Jasper would ride on Sheldon's back to cross streams, and Sheldon would nap safely tucked beside Jasper's warm body. They taught everyone that friendship isn't about being the same. It's about being there for each other, in good times and in bad. It's about seeing someone in need and offering a helping paw, or in Sheldon's case, a helping shell. Their friendship was a beautiful reminder that kindness is a universal language, and a true friend is the greatest treasure you can ever find. Thank you so much for watching their incredible story. If you enjoyed this tale of friendship, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more heartwarming stories. We'd love to have you as part of our community. See you in the next video.